Kamala Harris masterminded something called Prop 57, which said that if you drug a woman and rape her, apparently that's not a violent crime anymore. So you're eligible for parole. So a guy that went from 100 years, then down to 50 years, now I think he's been in for only like 10, is set to get out because of Kamala Harris. This is one of the victims talking about the ridiculousness of this idea that rape is not a violent crime.
I was completely confident it wasn't me until I saw it, and they just had it on pause. But I was laying on his bed, completely unconscious. I actually looked like a dead body, but I was fully clothed, and I was wearing the outfit that I wore with him, that I was wearing the very first night that I met him, and that's how I knew when it happened. So it happened within hours of meeting him, and it was like, I cannot tell you how surreal it was to see yourself like that.
I feel for her and every other victim. The man's name is Andrew Luster, and he is set to get out thanks to Kamala Harris. Back in 2018, I believe it was, maybe 2016, she comes up with this idea to let all these people out, and that is exactly what they are doing. I want to bring in now my co-host over on AM 870 out of the Morning Answer in L.A., Jen Horn, to help me break this all down. Jen, welcome to the show, first off.
Thank you. I wish I could make this make sense, but it's Kamala Harris and it's California, and it just simply does not.
All right, what I want everyone out there to know, if they don't listen to us in the morning, they should. They can get that on, any of the apps that we have. Just say AM 870, tune in. But you have really done a fabulous job, Jen, of basically creating a dossier about Kamala Harris and all the things she's done. This is at the top of the list when we want to see who she really is as a prosecutor. Tell me how she concocted this, what happened, the result for California, crime victims and criminals.
You know, if you ask people who live in California, Grant, you know this, we talk about it on the radio show. If you ask when things really started to get bad from a crime perspective, the answer is always with Proposition 47 and Proposition 57. President Trump has been on the campaign trail all week long talking about Prop 47. People can go into Walmart with calculators and they can steal under $900 worth of merchandise from these stores, and it's a misdemeanor. It's no longer a felony, and they can do it every day, 5 times a day if they want. They are not going to get into any trouble. Now, that is a Kamala Harris policy. The one that I think is even more insulting, because Kamala Harris talks about how she wants to protect women and children, is Prop 57, and that's what we're talking about here with Andrew Luster. Prop 57 wanted to reduce prison population, right? They wanted to let people out of prison. And so they came up with a list of 23 different crimes that they considered to be violent. Kamala Harris wrote the title and summary as Attorney General in California, Grant. She is the one who sold this bill of goods to California voters who voted for this, thinking that this seemed like the more humane thing to do. But let me just tell you, what she left off the list of nonviolent: rape of an unconscious victim, as we talked about, human sex trafficking, assault with a deadly weapon, lewd acts against a 14-year-old, hostage taking, and hate crimes. Those are some of the things left off the list that I guess are totally nonviolent in California or in Kamala Harris's mind.